December 5th, Tuesday, 2023, 7:36 p.m. Case study number 1. I have never seen a subconscious mind learn before. Ever. My head's still reeling from this. Two people today asked case study number 1 about somebody who had abused her. She asked me for help on how to properly address the situation. I gave her several options. And then she for privacy purposes, I'm going to not disclose what precisely she said. But I watched her subconscious mind completely wipe her memory instantly that anyone had even asked her about this individual. That's normal of a subconscious mind. But the subconscious mind kept her laughing, happy, and kept her identity in operation and intact. Now, this I've never seen. When the subconscious mind swipes a memory, it takes over the mind. This time, it didn't. It was very passive. Her subconscious mind went into the background and strategically wiped her memory 3 times. Aside from using the phrase, "I'm fine," which is subconscious mind talk for, "There's nothing to see here," everything else she said was absolutely from her conscious awareness and her identity, still fully intact, not suppressed. And she did not go into full depression or flopping like she normally does. But she still experienced amnesia. The first time was around 7:10, and then it happened again about 5 minutes later. She changed the subject, and I reminded her what was said, and she was surprised, and she said, "We were talking about that?" And then I watched her subconscious mind wipe her memory again, and she completely changed the subject and continued to talk about Dorito chips. I stayed on the phone with her, watching, and then I said, "You need to start self-soothing, honey. You need to do self-care." And she couldn't understand why. She asked me why. I said, Do you know that you have forgotten the conversation twice now?" She goes, "What conversation?" And I explained to her that twice in the last 10 minutes she forgot. And I said, "Check your text." She had checked her text to this friend of hers, and she could see her own writing. And she went, "Oh my God." She goes, and then she goes, "I feel sick." And she was laughing. Her identity was in full intact. She was smiling. She was herself, fully consciously aware, but her subconscious mind was passively in the back, wiping her memory and keeping her identity running and operating as if nothing was wrong. Her usual fawning, shutdown, vagal syncope immediately struck. She said, "Why do I feel sick?" She goes, "I must have a bug." And I said, "Sweetheart, you need to go to the bathroom, take care of yourself. But you need to treat yourself as if you are having a panic attack because you are. It's just a passive panic attack." And she said, "But I feel fine." Due to her physical condition, we ended the call immediately so she could use the washroom. And I said, "Text me to let me know how you're doing." And she goes, "Everything's fine. I just must have eaten something bad." And then she goes, "I don't know what's going on. I feel different." And she proceeded to describe her very normal vagal vascular syncope that she experiences under severe stress, followed by another bout of amnesia. But on the surface, her identity kept running. So the whole thing was done with her subconscious mind in the background, passive, as if, well, the subconscious mind learned. It learned. It learned what I knew about it. And it was changing and altering her behavior to accommodate my radar. It learned my ability to read it, and it changed its behavior right before my eyes. And all the subconscious minds I have witnessed, I have never seen one do this. I have never seen one passively have a trigger, passively have a full panic attack. And then I said to her, "Check your texts." She did. And she was like, "I don't remember this." And then she's like, "I'm crying now, but I don't know why." So we've been through several situations like this many times. And this is as far as her usual self care goes and her usual panic routine. But this is the first time her subconscious mind has kept her identity and conscious awareness in the forefront as if to appease me so I wouldn't notice, while the subconscious mind was in the background running and operating everything, which means the subconscious mind learned and adjusted its defense accordingly. So I'm currently having her do self care and going through the usual routine. My goal is to directly address the subconscious mind and reassure that she is safe, reassure that everything is okay, and coaching the subconscious mind as well as the identity and the conscious awareness that everyone needs to start working as a team and that she is able to handle this. So I'm going to have to, I have never seen this from any subconscious mind ever, not even my own. I have never seen a subconscious mind drive from the back seat. There. That's what's going on here is it's driving from the back seat. I've seen it drive from the front seat. Everyone's subconscious mind drives from the front seat. This is the first time I have seen one driving from the back seat. And I'm stunned. My best hypothesis is that it just found a new trick. That's all. The double question of somebody asking her, first a neighbor and then an old friend, "Hey, how is so and so doing?" Having that question hit her twice within an hour from each other, and then her having to explain to strangers, to acquaintances, her situation clearly compromised her subconscious mind. And the best course of action is to soothe and reassure and very gently just soothe, reassure, and then unite the six-part mental system as a team. That is the plan of action. Reassuring the subconscious mind that it is safe. And then coming up with a plan of action so that if somebody does ask her again about the situation, she is prepared. I have never seen a person go through all of these symptoms without shutting down, ever. Every subconscious mind, including my own that I have seen, when they shut down, when they go into this default setting, the subconscious mind also causes dissociation, total dissociation. This time she had no dissociation. It was just amnesia while the subconscious mind kept the identity and the conscious awareness fully operating and functioning. So the subconscious mind learned. This brings me back to, is it sentient? Is it a sentience that is not part of our subconscious, of our conscious system? I'm really asking the question now. Is the subconscious mind sentient and separate from our conscious awareness? Okay. I will be updating the status.